Hey, family. It's your favorite auntie. And today I got another letter for you. So I'm going to need y'all to grab them cups. And I hope that water is cold, that coffee is hot, and that tea is oh so sweet. Let's get into it. Dear Auntie BB, I am a single, never been married 52-year-old woman. My children are adults and on their own. I have my own home and a career I love. I do feel that my life is great just the way it is, but my best friend thinks I'm missing out on something greater. She seems to think that a husband would be just the greatness I need. She has been married and divorced 3 times and is working on her fourth marriage. Me personally would have been done after one. She says she will keep going until she gets the love that will last her until after she is dead and buried. She also says that we are supposed to keep looking until we find that love. I ain't got that kind of time, patience, or the will anymore. I'm good without having all of that in my life now. Of course, I date and I have had long relationships, but marriage has never been a need or a want for me. I think I've just reached a point of belief that if it was going to happen, it would have happened a long while ago. So I'm done seeking and waiting, and I'm okay with that. I want to know what you think, Auntie. Am I missing something greater? Should I continue to keep my mind open for the possibility of love and marriage? Or is it just fine to feel that I'm great with my current state? Give me some clarity, Auntie. Signed, not sure. Hmm. Well, not sure. Auntie is going to do her best with this one. So let's start at the top. But before I do, if you have any questions or situation, advice, or just want to say, hey, Auntie, and you are enjoying this show, please don't hesitate to write me at KENJA at KCLPfused.com. I'm waiting to hear from you, so write me. Now, back to this letter. Single, 52, and never married. Children are adults and living their lives. You own your own home. You have a career you love. This sounds like a wonderful, wonderful life to me. And I can relate to a couple of those things, not all of them. And I think it's perfect. It's the perfect time of your life, so just live it how you want to. Who's to say what you should or shouldn't be doing with your own life if they ain't paying all of your bills? And then that's questionable as well because we have free will to do as we please if it ain't harming the next person. You've made it to this age just fine, so keep living, honey. But because you have written this letter, you got to be questioning your choices. So let's keep going. You go on to say that your best friend believes that you are missing out on some greatness and that greatness is being married. That's her feeling. Why do some people feel like marriage is the final step to make a person's life great? Not all people are designed to be married. That is my heartfelt thought, and I'm sticking with it. Marriage is taking abundance of work. Some people don't want to put in all of that work. There's loyalty, compatibility, trust, respect, honesty, commitment, maturity, financial understanding, closeness, intimacy, belief systems, and so much more. This has to be on a level that most people really aren't either capable or just not willing to do. But if you are, Both parties have to be as close to equal in their giving up all of these things and more. I've told you all before that I've never been married, but I do know what it takes to be married, and doing it just for the glam and the glitz of it ain't the reason. Doing it because that is what you were told as a child is the next step to becoming a whole adult ain't the reason. Doing it because your parents did it and their parents did it and it's the natural course of courtship ain't the reason. Doing it because all your friends are doing it and they make it look so loving and fun ain't the reason. A bunch of marriages, they have that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde effect. When showing the world outside or having friends over or going to church, family functions, and things of that nature, it's all nice, Dr. Jekyll. But as soon as the door is shut to the world and it's just them, Mr. Hyde has made his arrival. I'm not saying that all marriages are like this, but there are plenty. It's another reason the divorce rate is so high. People aren't going into marriages for the right reason. Publicity, because their friends are doing it, because they want to have a big party and get gifts, because they may have been expecting a child with that person, because they are in church and need to do the right thing according to the rules and the regulations of the church. Ooh, and let's not get into the cultures that have those arranged marriages. Baby, it's just too much. And another thing, people not staying in marriages for the right reasons. They don't want to hurt the other person's reputation. They don't want the church people talking about them. Or they may lose that financial cushion. Or I'm just going to stay because of the children and they need to be raised in a 2-parent home. Oh, baby, it's so much more, but y'all get the point. Now, don't y'all start writing me saying, Auntie BB is against marriage and advocating divorce. No, I'm actually advocating truth, baby. Be honest with yourself when it comes to making any major decisions in your life. Marriages as well as divorce are both major decisions. Oh, baby. Being honest with yourself is a lot of times it's hard. It's hard work, especially when you are a person that thinks about the feelings of the next person more than your own. But it's all in the growing process. Then you go on to say that she has been married and divorced 3 times and is working on her 4th marriage. Wait. I wonder, has she ever asked herself, what in the hell am I doing wrong? But hey, I've known women like this and they seem to think just like her. I truly believe that they are those little girls with a fairy tale syndrome, and if this Prince Charming doesn't put me in a castle, the next one will. And they keep trying and trying to fix the brokenness of the before until they eventually burn out, or sad to say, die out. And from reading this, she will be the latter. I don't get it though, and I'm with you. After the first one, I'm done. But you do have some people that say, well, at least if you tried the first time and it doesn't work, you would have it down packed by the second. I'm trying to see what it is out of the first, second, and the third has she missed. The third time is the charm, right? And that's supposed to be a good thing. What comes after the charm? I'm going to say, I hope she gets it this time. Now you say you don't have the time, patience, or the will to keep doing this over and over until you get it right. And I get that too. As I have reached that half-century mark in my life, and my time is precious, my patience is thin, and my will is to do what's right for me. So I truly get it. Some of us aren't built for the type of life she is living, and some aren't built for the life you are living. We are not all the same. And until people everywhere really get that in their heart, mind, and soul, we are going to continue to have those people like her telling us how to live our lives based on their choices. She apparently seems to be using the choices embedded in her from her upbringing and life circle. Who's to say that these choices weren't good ones for the people she knew and they are happy living their married dreams and this is what she has seen and wants to accomplish? Even if what she has seen was the Mr. Hyde effect, maybe she's trying to right a wrong and this is why she keeps buying wedding dresses and renting venues. It's her life to live as she pleases, no matter how we view it from our perspective. But you do need to tell her finally and firmly that this is your life and you choose to live it the way that you want, just as she is doing it for herself. Now, you ask, are you missing something? I can't tell you yes or no. I can ask you, do you feel like you're missing something? I do remember at one point in my life, after always being a bridesmaid and never a bride, I thought I was missing something. I thought I should have been married and living the wife life as well. But it never happened, and I didn't force it to happen. Yes, I had situations in my younger years that I felt should have taken me there just because it was the quote unquote the right thing to do in my current circumstances. Then later on, in other times, I had thoughts, oh, it would be nice to share the rest of my days with this person. Then all those things I mentioned above weren't even there, not even half. Now, in my mid-century years, I'm okay with where I am because I am growing to love me more and more. And if it happens or not, I'm okay with that because I already know that marriage ain't for everybody. You aren't missing out on something that you have never desired, if that's the case. Ask yourself, are you just complicit with your situation? Or are you truly happy in it? If you feel deeply that you desire more based on your personal outlooks and not the influences from the outside sources, then figure out what that more is. And then and only then decide how you're going to get it. Never make the decision to change your life based on someone else's expectations. Whew, now you say, should you just keep your mind open for the possibility of love and marriage? Again, I can't answer that for you. The mind is a wonder and possibilities are wonderful. You should keep your mind open to all things that guard your heart. That's what you need to do. Now, we all know that love is always something that is needed, but love doesn't have to come with a marriage license either. You are the only person that matters right now. So, what does love mean to you? How do you want to feel when there is love? Are you even seeking that one-on-one love? Are you prepared to return the love based on your knowledge of what it means? Whew, that's that deep one right there, ain't it? Yes, it is. Because a lot of us don't truly know what love is and how to give it properly. It's an action word. And to go deeply into it right now will take a whole segment or two and probably some tissues. The levels of love go so deep and reach so high that sometimes there isn't a word to describe the feelings, and love can be given and received without the supposed finality of marriage. You can seek and find love, or it can seek and find you, and it can just grow and grow and grow, and it never can come to a point of the vows and the I do's. Love is vast and not kept in a bottle. So if you want to look or have it find you, that wonderful, wonderful thing, marriage, that's totally up to you. And I'll be right back with more and my final thoughts.